I love this amazing syrup, and it's super easy to add to your daily routine.
My health markers have drastically improved. My A1C, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels are all in the normal range.
I started taking this 4 weeks ago, and my blood sugar is normal now.
I can't believe something this good is actually healthy too. After just 3 weeks of using it, my test results came back perfect.
So, it's no surprise that this syrup is turning the diabetes industry upside down.
The pharmaceutical industry is getting desperate. Month after month, sales of insulin and metformin are plummeting. And it's all because of this golden syrup that's going viral. From trusted health experts to social media influencers, everyone's raving about this miraculous and sweet syrup.
And the best part?
You don't need painful injections. You don't have to give up your favorite foods. No diets, no teas, no workouts, nothing. Your only job is to drizzle this tasty, sweet syrup over your favorite desserts, and it does all the work for you because it's so powerful that your blood sugar stays stable no matter how many sweets, carbs, or sugary drinks you enjoy. The glucose in your blood is eliminated and redirected to your cells so they can produce the energy you've been craving for so long, especially during the times you felt tired, depressed, or sick. In other words, you won't have diabetes anymore. It doesn't matter if everything you've tried before has failed. It doesn't matter if you're 40 or 80, and it doesn't matter what your medical condition is.
If you're feeling skeptical about this, I completely understand. I was too. But after personally meeting the man behind this breakthrough and seeing all the scientific evidence, reviewing the results of 6 clinical trials, and speaking with people who successfully reversed their diabetes with this syrup, I had no doubts left.
So, if you're tired of having to say no to pasta, pizza, and desserts while everyone else is happily feasting and enjoying life, if you're tired of being a slave to medications and allowing doctors to decide the course of your life, if you're tired of feeling down, unwell, and living in constant fear of diabetes complications, then keep watching my show today. Because the solution you're about to discover isn't a strange medication loaded with side effects, a new diet plan, or worse, a surgery. It's something completely safe, easy to use at home, and backed by clinical trials that prove it works every single time. It targets the true underlying cause of blood sugar issues, which has nothing to do with genetics, insulin resistance, or how much sugar you eat. The issue lies in an overlooked, malfunctioning organ, not your guts, pancreas, or kidneys, that is now releasing toxic glucose into your system, triggering severe blood sugar spikes. And these spikes lead to nerve damage, kidney issues, vision loss, heart attacks, or even Alzheimer's.
But the good news? We have a solution.
It's natural, effective, and cheaper than your daily coffee. This syrup will surprise you, and I'm sure you'll wish you discovered it sooner. But better now than never.
So let's find out together how this syrup works to instantly fix your forgotten, overlooked organ, bringing your blood sugar back to healthy levels, and eliminating any complications. That's why on today's Next Level Health episode, our team has invited celebrity diabetologist, best-selling author, and leading researcher from the Norway Institute, Dr. Daniel Roy. He's here to talk about the solution that helped thousands of people reverse erratic blood sugar in just 17 seconds a day. A popular blood sugar pill that may be filling your body with harmful chemicals that are impossible to get rid of. Almost 80% of Americans take it. You'll be shocked to find out what it is. A delicious, liquor-soaked candy discovered in a remote European village where diabetes is almost non-existent, and how it can drop your blood sugar by 40% according to new studies. And one toxic ingredient hiding in your kitchen that could trigger a diabetic coma in minutes. So stick with us until the end, because when you see that your blood sugar no longer spikes, no matter what you eat, I know you'll be thanking the heavens for watching this entire interview. Hey there, I'm Tom Johnson, host of Next Level Health. And today we're talking with one of the top diabetes experts in the United States. He's the brains behind the best-selling book, Sweets for Diabetics, and was named the most relevant expert of 2023 by leading scientific journals. Dr. Roy, we're thrilled to have you here for such an important conversation.
Good afternoon, Tom. Pleasure's all mine, because I'm here to show everyone how they can free themselves from type 2 diabetes in just days while eating all the foods they love. And this is possible because type 2 diabetes isn't genetic and has nothing to do with your eating habits, contrary to what other doctors say. In fact, everything I'm about to share with you today is shocking and will probably make me a few enemies. Actually, it already has. After I announced this interview last week, I received a cryptic message warning me to watch my back if I share this information. I'm pretty sure it's from some shady pharmaceutical rep, scared of people discovering the truth and losing their cash flow from expensive, inefficient, and risky drugs.
There's a lot of corruption out there, huh?
Yes, Tom. And that's exactly why I pushed to get this interview out as soon as possible, so this information can spread like wildfire. My main goal here is to help people.
I'm all ears about the real story behind type 2 diabetes. I'm dying to know about this syrup and how you discovered it.
Well, let me start from the beginning. I'm 48 years old, and before becoming a diabetologist, I spent more than 15 years practicing biochemistry. I'm married to my caring wife, Laura, and we have a lovely daughter, Annabelle. My wife and I always paid attention to what we ate, and we felt fine. Until one day, 6 years ago, almost to the day, I started noticing some unusual symptoms. Out of nowhere, I'd experience uncontrollable cravings for chocolate and desserts like warm apple pie. Then, I began to feel tired constantly, which made it hard to focus at work. I think many of us can relate to that. And then came the nights. They got longer and more exhausting because I had to get up more and more often to use the bathroom. At first, I thought it was just seasonal fatigue or maybe prostate issues, but a visit to my doctor revealed something completely unexpected. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. That diagnosis hit me like a ton of bricks. I wasn't expecting it at all. And that's because I worked out 3 times a week, just like the medical textbooks recommend. I had a pretty clean diet with plenty of salads and lean meats, and I was trying to manage my stress through sleep and relaxation exercises. But my test results told another story. From that day on, my doctor, John Peters, prescribed me large doses of metformin, and I started monthly checkups to monitor my blood sugar. I thought the medication would help me feel better, but everything got worse. For the next 4 years, my blood sugar levels climbed higher and higher, and I couldn't stabilize them. I began feeling tingling sensations in my legs, and my cravings for sweets never went away. On top of that, I gained over 58 pounds, mostly around my belly and back. I felt heavy all the time, and my entire body ached. That was when the doctor decided to upgrade my medication and put me on insulin shots. I accepted the treatment hoping for better results, but nothing changed. Over time, my immunity dropped, and my body became fragile and sensitive to even minor issues. That's why 2.5 years ago, I got a bacterial infection that my body couldn't fight off. The infection, caused by group A streptococcus, triggered necrotizing fasciitis in my left foot. It silently attacked my nerves until my foot looked like this. And it all happened because of my diabetes. My body simply couldn't fight it. Nothing seemed to be going right. The 4 medications I was taking for the infection, combined with the insulin shots, made me feel like a zombie. I dealt with constant dizziness, diarrhea, and excessive sweating. But the worst was still to come. On my 20th wedding anniversary, Laura and I went to our favorite steakhouse. We were laughing and holding hands across the table just like 2 teenagers in love. We were trying after so long to forget our problems and enjoy ourselves. I even ordered a small slice of their famous chocolate cake. One little slice can't hurt anyone, I thought to myself. But as I took my second bite, a strange sensation washed over me. My vision began to blur. My heart started racing wildly, and everything around me started spinning. The next thing I remember was bright white lights shining into my eyes. Then I heard Laura's voice, panicked and calling for a doctor. I was in the hospital. But the worst part wasn't that I'd landed in a hospital bed. It was the doctor's next words that hit me like a 10-ton truck at full speed. Mr. Roy, you're lucky to be alive. Your blood sugar was 482. You were on the verge of slipping into a deep coma. If you don't stabilize your blood sugar within the next month, we'll have to amputate your infected foot. Otherwise, the infection will spread throughout your entire body. What? I knew indulging that slice of chocolate cake was a mistake, but amputation? It was the only mistake I'd made in years of diligently following my treatment. I was speechless and felt completely lost, like this couldn't possibly be happening to me. Laura stepped in and told the doctor we needed time to think it over before making a decision. But as I lay in that cold hospital bed, hooked up to machines just to keep me alive, I kept asking myself, how in God's green earth did I end up here? Not long ago, everything was fine, and now, here I am. And even though this near-death experience led me to discover the natural solution that saved thousands of lives, including mine, at that moment, all I could think about was, how am I supposed to live this? How will I walk, work, or take care of myself? I was supposed to be the pillar of my family, but now I felt like I'd become its biggest burden. It was unbearable. The next few days, I fell into a deep, dark hole of depression. Nights were the worst. I'd wake up screaming from nightmares about my foot being amputated. One time, I woke up drenched in cold sweat after dreaming I had a heart attack. I was terrified that diabetes would eventually lead to Alzheimer's or blindness. After all those horrible thoughts and emotions, I started to suspect that something was deeply wrong with this picture. It felt like I was living in a horror movie. Truth was, my diabetes has gotten much worse in a very short time. It was obvious I couldn't continue like this. And that's when I did something for my mind and for my soul. I opened up my late mother's Bible, the one she had given me on her deathbed, and my eyes landed on this verse, Matthew 7:8. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened. Those words changed something inside me, though I didn't realize it at first. But because at that moment I was placing my faith in God, it gave me the determination and willpower to keep searching for a solution. And that's exactly what I did. For the next 2 months, I spent all my time researching diabetes. I signed up for medical sites, called universities to gather details about studies they'd published, and read through countless clinical trial reports. But I found nothing new. The conclusions were always the same. Take your medication and live like a diabetic. No. That was a problem. I don't want to live like every other diabetic. And here's why. According to the National Heart Association, 1 in 5 diabetes patients will need an amputation, just like in my case. Diabetes increases the risk of stroke by 150%, and nearly half of all diabetics are at risk of losing their eyesight. Learning this made me realize how damaging high blood sugar is. It harms the body like hot oil, frying everything from the inside. Then I stumbled across something that shocked me even more. I learned that recently, a large pharmaceutical company tried to cover up a deadly chemical found in a massive batch of metformin, the most commonly prescribed drug for diabetics. And that's not all. A 2023 study revealed that diabetics who take insulin have shorter lifespans than those who don't. Then it became clear to me. For some people, diseases like diabetes are nothing more than a business, a highly profitable one. The less people know, the more their pockets fill. Truth. And when it becomes a diabetes, they don't even tell us the real cause. I'd always been told that carbs were bad for blood sugar, but I was eating steak, eggs, and foods with almost no carbs, and I still had diabetes. Now the truth started to become clear when I finally discovered the solution. The next day, when I woke up, I felt extremely tired, but something deep inside told me to go to church, and thank God I did. Because when I arrived, the pastor introduced me to the man who would save my life. His name was Dr. Sejin Jun, a Tibetan doctor, diabetologist, and specialist in natural remedies. He had written multiple medical textbooks, particularly during his time living in Norway. In fact, he would later help me finish writing my first book, Sweets for Diabetics. After I briefly explained the issues I was facing, Dr. Jun told me he believed he could help. He said he had formed a partnership with an American and European team of experts, all working toward the same goal, to create and share a remedy so powerful that it could stabilize and control blood sugar. After hearing this, I invited him to lunch the following day to discuss further. I asked Laura to prepare a delicious steak and an apple tart, something I could hardly dream of eating after my near-coma experience. When Dr. Jun arrived, I told him about my struggles, including how I'd been told I'd need an amputation. He listened quietly as I spoke. Meanwhile, my wife brought out the apple tart, and I insisted that he have some, though I mentioned I wouldn't be able to eat it myself. That's when Dr. Jun pulled out a small bottle filled with a golden syrup. This is actually the answer you've been looking for, he said. What? I asked, confused. I know that everyone tells you sugar and carbs are the bad guys and that you'll be on meds forever. But did you know the first insulin shot was given in January of 1922? That's right, we've been using the same old stuff for more than 100 years. And yet, studies show diabetes is still on the rise, even though people are trying to eat healthier and are taking more medications than ever. That's because everyone is looking in the wrong place. The root cause of erratic blood sugar isn't your genetics, your diet, or even your insulin levels. Instead, top scientists from our American and European team recently revealed that the real culprit of high blood sugar is a forgotten leaky organ inside your body. And no, it has nothing to do with your gut, pancreas, or kidneys. This organ is responsible for producing up to 90% of the blood sugar inside your body. But when it becomes damaged, it floods your body with toxic glucose, spiking your blood sugar overnight and drastically increasing your risk of deadly complications, no matter how much medication you take or how closely you follow your doctor's advice. And what is this leaky organ, doctor? I asked, desperate to know.
Yeah.
It's actually your liver. While you may know a little about your liver's connection to blood sugar, here's the part even most doctors miss. Because these studies aren't public in the US, but they're widely used in Norway. When your liver is functioning properly, it produces blood sugar through a process called gluconeogenesis, which literally means sugar creation. It then releases sugar bit by bit to provide your body with the energy it needs. But in our study, which looked at the liver health of 360 patients with blood sugar issues, we discovered that in every single one of them, this sugar creation process was broken. Their livers were working in overdrive, producing far too much blood sugar. And when the liver couldn't store all that excess sugar anymore, it started leaking sugar into their bloodstream, spiking their blood sugar levels overnight. We call this condition diabetic leaky liver. He paused for a moment to let the words sink in. The liver is like a faucet that controls the flow of your blood sugar. Imagine a faucet that's broken and won't stop dripping. At first, it's just a few drops, but eventually, your sink fills up. Then the water spills onto the floor. Soon enough, your entire house is flooded. That's exactly what happens when you have a leaky liver. Excess sugar leaks into your bloodstream, flooding your body, damaging your internal organs, and leading to complications like vision loss, nerve pain, heart attacks, or even memory loss. New research has proven that this is happening in every single person with erratic blood sugar because the liver controls every single blood sugar function. Even if you're struggling with your pancreas, kidneys, or insulin resistance, your diabetic leaky liver is actually the root cause of it all. Scientists from Norway University even revealed that a diabetic leaky liver can instantly trigger blood sugar spikes, lower insulin production, and cause diabetes in millions of people over 30 years old. The International Diabetes Association also found that insulin shots are 12 times less effective against diabetic leaky liver, meaning that no medications can fix it. And here's the kicker. Your liver can transform even non-carb foods into glucose. That's exactly what happened to you, Daniel. So even if you cut out all carbs and sugar, you could still suffer from life-threatening blood sugar spikes. And this is why people on keto diets can still develop diabetes. My heart was racing when suddenly everything made sense. The real cause of my erratic blood sugar was a diabetic leaky liver, and not even medications or the perfect diet could fix it. But why does this happen? And how can we fix it? I asked. You see, Daniel, the liver is like your body's filter system. Every day, we're exposed to more than 700 chemicals, pollutants, and toxins, and it's your liver's job to filter out and remove these toxins, which come from everywhere: air, water, packaging materials, kitchen utensils, cosmetics, and even food. But this constant exposure leaves your liver overworked and severely damaged. That's why we're seeing an exponential rise in diabetes and other diseases. These toxic chemicals are everywhere, so there's no way to completely avoid them, especially here in the US, which ranks among the top countries for pollution. When these toxic chemicals disrupt your liver, it leads to erratic blood sugar. To demonstrate, consider this. In the 1950s, the production of BPA, a toxic chemical used in making plastics, skyrocketed. And just 10 years later, the number of type 2 diabetes cases increased by nearly 60%. Graphs clearly show that as the use of plastics rose, so did the prevalence of diabetes. And how can we fix this, I asked. This syrup is the solution, Daniel, Dr. June said, as he began spreading a small amount of his golden syrup onto a slice of apple pie. This is what we can do. Every day, just drizzle a little of this syrup on your dessert or your favorite pancakes. You know, back in Norway, I had a mission to test every plant, root, or fruit we believed could improve the lives of people with diabetes. We literally searched everywhere, read every study, and tested every single natural remedy. And after trying and failing for more than 6 years, I was this close to giving up. That's when I discovered something that changed everything. One night, I came across a unique sweet fruit that some people call nature's candy. It grows in Northern Europe. What we noticed is that diabetics who consumed this fruit were able to plug their diabetic leaky liver, flush out excess sugar from their blood, and drop their erratic blood sugar by an astonishing 39%. That's right, 39%. And this was backed by studies from the National Institute of Health, which showed that this fruit could do it all in just a couple of weeks. It's often used in fine drinks like liquor, and according to a 2023 study published in the prestigious Food and Function, this nature's candy is one reason why people in Norway have diabetes rates 3 times lower than those in the US. Despite eating carbs like potatoes, pasta, or pizzas every day, this fruit is called juniper berry. And here's the thing, you can't just eat it. If you want to see fast results, you need to combine it with 4 other powerful ingredients. The first is a glucose-dropping berry that's been used for over 1,200 years in traditional Chinese medicine. This berry is supported by over 44 studies showing it can help repair a leaky liver and stabilize erratic blood sugar. According to top scientists in China, this berry can lower high blood sugar levels by 22%, equivalent to dropping your blood sugar by another 40 points. Even better, it works incredibly fast, stabilizing blood sugar in just 2 hours without any side effects. It also helps melt fat, improve heart health, and lower the risk of diabetes complications. Its scientific name is mulberry. But that's not all. The third ingredient is the most potent of all, a climbing plant from India called the sugar destroyer. Dozens of studies from Harvard, University of Cambridge, or Johns Hopkins University have demonstrated remarkable effects on blood sugar. But what really caught my attention was a lesser-known study in which scientists gave this sugar destroyer to patients before dinner. The results were shocking. Almost every single patient saw their blood sugar levels drop, not by 10 or 20 points, but an astonishing 76 points. You heard that right, 76 points. That's enough to take many diabetics from diabetic to completely healthy. And in a 2020 study conducted in our clinic in Norway, this plant stabilized blood sugar levels so effectively that many patients were able to get off their prescription medications entirely. The plant is called Gymneva sylvestre. Not only does it stabilize blood sugar, but it also helps control sugar cravings, leading to natural weight loss. Then there's licorice, which gives the syrup its deliciously sweet taste and provides immediate anti-inflammatory benefits. And finally, yarrow, which instantly lowers blood sugar by boosting glucose metabolism, acting as a kind of bandage to stop the liver's leaks. So Daniel, this syrup contains berries, fruits, and plants, all exotic, 100% natural, and all grown without a trace of chemicals. The real magic is how these ingredients work together in this sweet and tasty syrup. He paused, then smiled and handed me the syrup. Now, to demonstrate, try it. Go ahead and drizzle it over the apple pie. My stomach sank. What? How could I do that? The last time I ate pie, I ended up in a coma. Trust me, Dr. June said calmly. I looked at my wife and she nodded. Try it, she encouraged. So, hesitantly, I took a spoonful of syrup and drizzled it over the pie. Wait, the doctor said. Before you take a bite, measure your blood sugar. Then, we'll measure it again an hour and 2 hours after you eat the pie. I followed his instructions. Oh, I was still nervous. To my shock, when we measured my blood sugar afterward, it hadn't risen at all. Well, from that day on, I started using Dr. June's syrup every morning, drizzling it over my pancakes. On day 3, I noticed something different. My blood sugar readings were the same, but I actually felt more energy. So I kept using it. What happened next completely blew my mind. After 1 week, I checked my numbers. My blood sugar had dropped from my usual 205 to 121. I couldn't believe my eyes. I had never seen my morning readings that low before. But that was just the beginning. 2 weeks later, my blood sugar was 110 every morning. At my monthly checkup, my doctor's jaw practically hit the floor. He told me my blood sugar was perfect, and he canceled my amputation. For the first time in months, I felt free. Free from nauseating medications. Free from fatigue, cravings, and dangerous blood sugar spikes. Free from the constant paralyzing fear of amputation. Suddenly, I had energy, love for life, and health like I hadn't felt in years. My wife and I were happier than ever. Everything felt perfect. Oh, almost perfect. Because that's when I ran into a pretty big problem. After just a few weeks, I started running low on Dr. June syrup. So I decided to try making it myself. But it was impossible. I couldn't find 100% pure ingredients, grown without chemicals or pesticides. I even looked into buying supplements with the same ingredients, but none of them had Dr. June's unique recipe. Frustrated, I called Dr. June. Dr. June, I need more syrup. Please, help me. When he told me left me speechless. Daniel, he said, I'm glad you called because I've actually found something even better. He explained that at his clinic, he had discovered 4 new ingredients that, when combined with his original 5, created what he called the nutritional matrix. This new formula wasn't just 7 times more powerful than the original syrup. It also targeted visceral fat, the dangerous fat around your abdomen, thighs, and hips, and reversed completely the root cause of erratic blood sugar. The first ingredient, he continued, is guggle, the resin of an Indian tree that has been used for thousands of years in Ayurveda to promote weight loss by effortlessly regulating blood sugar. The second is banaba leaf, which has the power to lower blood sugar within just an hour of taking it. The third is bitter melon, which, according to studies from the Food Science Journal, cleanses the blood of excess sugar. Together, these 3 ingredients can help people lose up to 14 pounds in just 2 weeks. And last but not least, I added alpha-lipoic acid, a unique antioxidant that purifies the liver and stabilizes the process of sugar creation. Dr. June explained that by mixing these 9 ingredients in precise ratios, together with vitamins that supercharge their properties, he created a formula that could instantly reverse a diabetic leaky liver, eliminating the root cause of erratic blood sugar, melt away toxic fat from your belly, hips, and thighs, heal your body at the cellular level, and reduce the risk of diabetes complications like heart attacks, nerve pain, and kidney damage. Please, doc, send me this syrup, I pleaded. That's when he gave me even more good news. But it's not a syrup, Daniel, he said. I've put this formula into a small, easy-to-swallow capsule. That way you don't have to eat something sweet every morning. You can eat whatever you like instead. That made me even happier. If I thought the golden syrup was incredible, this new formula took things to a whole new level. Just like the name of your show, Tom. As soon as I started taking the capsules, my blood sugar completely stabilized. Not only could I eat as many carbs as I wanted, but when I stepped on the scale, I saw that I had lost 37 pounds. And when my liver was scanned, the results confirmed that my diabetic leaky liver was completely reversed. The truth is, I began to look younger, much younger. The constant, impossible cravings were gone, my strength was restored, and most importantly, after 6 months, I had lost a total of 58 pounds. My blood sugar was steady at 94 and there were 0 signs of infection. But then, I couldn't help but ask myself, why isn't this solution available on the market?
Good question.
Why don't patients have access to it? So I called again Dr. Jung to propose making this method public. He explained that while the method was already being used successfully in Norway, it hadn't been approved internationally. The approval process for a treatment, especially on a global scale, is long and arduous, often taking years. That's when I told him that I was determined to make this method public at any cost, but I needed his help. That marked the beginning of my journey. Learning, specializing, and practicing in the field of diabetes until I became an expert myself. And we decided that before sharing the formula with the world, we needed to test it extensively. So we designed a trial with 3 basic conditions. 1. It had to work for everyone with type 2 diabetes, whether they had the disease for decades, were newly diagnosed, or were pre-diabetic. 2. It had to deliver results in under 180 days, because people don't have time to wait for years. And 3. It had to be backed by multiple independent studies to convince even the most skeptical patients. We found 160 volunteers in the US, men and women, aged 20 to 82, from all walks of life. Some were pre-diabetic, others were newly diagnosed, and some had been living with diabetes for over 40 years. We delivered the formula directly to their homes, asking them to report their progress weekly. I expected to wait a few weeks for initial results, but what happened next was astounding. Within just 6 or 7 days, I began receiving calls from participants saying their glucose readings were improving and they had started losing weight. They couldn't believe it. I encouraged them to continue taking the capsules and tracking their progress. When I collected the final reports after 180 days, the results were mind-blowing. 158 of 160 participants completely reversed their type 2 diabetes. Their internal organ scan showed that they were in perfect condition. On average, participants lost 36 pounds of fat. Many experienced lower blood pressure, healthier cholesterol levels, and a renewed zest for life, effectively adding 12 extra years to their lifespan. Now you might wonder, what happened to the 2 people who didn't fully reverse their diabetes?
Well, their fasting blood sugar levels dropped to around 125, which means their diabetes was now under control and considered low risk. This still added 10 years to their life expectancy. In other words, the trial was a success for everyone. We were so excited that we couldn't wait to share this treatment with the world.
That's why I'm proud to introduce you to Gluco Armor,
the world's only formula that works to plug and reverse a diabetic leaky liver and eliminate the deadly side effects of type 2 diabetes once and for all.
This Nobel Prize-worthy formula contains the perfect ratio of 9 rare ingredients packed with essential vitamins to boost their effects, each scientifically proven to erase the root cause of erratic blood sugar effortlessly. You'll feel the difference immediately.
Jump out of bed every morning with the energy of someone 10 or 15 years younger. Eat your favorite foods again, even pizza, pasta, and desserts. Play with your kids or grandkids without feeling exhausted. Reignite the passion in your marriage. And most importantly, you won't have to rely on medications, injections, or constant doctor's visits anymore.
So Tom, this is the formula that reversed my type 2 diabetes and helped over 40,000 people free themselves from high blood sugar and other complications.
Gluco Armor is an incredibly effective formula you can start using right now, and you'll see results in just a few days. People from all over the world have confirmed its life-changing benefits.
Now let's hear from a few of them.
It's the only method that worked for me.
Yes, it's possible to reverse your type 2.
By now, I'm sure everyone is wondering, how can they get their hands on this amazing supplement?
The truth is, creating Gluco Armor isn't easy.
Dr. Jun explained to me that 97% of the so-called natural ingredients on the market are either fake or contaminated with pesticides.
What's more, the people who've tested Gluco Armor and regained their lives keep asking us for more bottles.
Not just for themselves, but for their families and friends. They want to stock up to ensure they'll never run out. And it's not just diabetics.
A growing number of people without diabetes are using Gluco Armor to rejuvenate their bodies, improve the function of their liver, pancreas, and heart.
As a result, our stock is wiped out within days.
Additionally, Gluco Armor is carefully produced in small batches,
a process that can take up to 6 months.
This ensures the formula remains 100% effective and of the highest quality. And let's not forget the big pharma companies. They're already after us, furious because we're ruining their profits by offering a real solution to people who've been desperate for a cure. But since you've educated yourself by watching this presentation, you'll find out in the next few minutes how you can secure your own bottle of Gluco Armor. And before that, I want to explain to you how you should take Gluco Armor to get the best results. Take 1 capsule of Gluco Armor daily for at least 30 days. You'll likely see your blood sugar stabilize within 3 weeks, and your test markers should look excellent in less than a month. But it's important to fix your leaky liver completely so that your diabetes never comes back. This will significantly reduce your risk of complications like pancreas failure, heart problems, and mood disorders. Plus, you'll feel your body being supercharged and regenerated. Depending on your condition, it could take at least 75 days to undo the damage caused by your leaky liver, especially after years of neglect. This means 3 bottles of Gluco Armor would be ideal. Or, if you want the best chance of reversing type 2 diabetes while fighting heart complications and obesity, a 6-month supply, 6 bottles, is what you need. Nobody can say for sure how much toxic chemicals have affected your body. Where you live, how much plastic you use, the cookware in your kitchen, and your daily habits all play a part. But based on results from over 40,000 people suffering from advanced type 2 diabetes, we recommend a 6-month supply to ensure complete recovery. This period is usually enough to achieve lasting freedom from diabetes by repairing your leaky liver and eliminating toxic molecules like fat from your organs. It's clear why Gluco Armor is the only real solution for successfully treating type 2 diabetes. Nothing else is proven to work. You could go to a doctor who will put you through endless tests and prescribe medications with harsh side effects, just as I experienced. You could try diets, teas, acupuncture, or fake herbal remedies. But let's be honest, none of these work. Unlike Gluco Armor, which can reverse diabetes in just 3 weeks while protecting you from future complications. Given how powerful Gluco Armor is, Daniel and I initially considered pricing it at $380 per bottle. After all, the ingredients are rare, natural, and hard to source. Plus, this formula targets the root cause of type 2 diabetes, a life-threatening disease that could leave you blind, amputated, or worse. Add in the cost of seeing a specialist, diagnostic tests, and medications prescribed for the rest of your life, and $380 would still seem like a bargain. But as I said, Gluco Armor is not about profit. We could have sold the formula to Big Pharma and made millions, but we refuse their dirty money. Our mission is to help people, not exploit them. After hearing from people who couldn't afford the $380 price, we knew we had to make Gluco Armor affordable for everyone. That's why today, if you act through this website, you can get a bottle of Gluco Armor for only $79. But wait, I'm about to make this deal even sweeter because I know how hard it is to live in constant fear. Fear of slipping into a coma, losing your eyesight, or developing Alzheimer's. And I've set up a special discounted package for you. You can now get a 6-bottle supply of Gluco Armor for just $49 per bottle. That's a total of $294 available today only while supplies last. Once we run out of bottles, the Buy Now buttons will no longer work until we can produce another batch, which takes at least 5 to 6 months. Click on the 6-bottle package, or any package that suits you best, below to secure your order. This is the smallest but most powerful investment you can make in yourself. Yes, 1 bottle of Gluco Armor might stabilize your blood sugar and help with issues like low energy, restless sleep, and food cravings. 3 bottles could restore your entire body rapidly, shedding extra pounds, improving blood flow, and rejuvenating your liver cells. But 6 bottles of Gluco Armor will take your health to a whole new level. It will make your body resistant to diabetes, eliminate cravings, improve blood flow, protect your pancreas and heart, ensure you never face diabetes again. Click the order button below, and you'll be taken to our secure checkout page. Enter your payment details, confirm your order, and in less than 7 days, Gluco Armor will arrive at your doorstep. Click now. This is the only way to secure your package while supplies last. You have absolutely nothing to lose. Our 120-day, 100% healthy or money-back guarantee ensures that you are completely covered. Start taking this groundbreaking formula today and see for yourself how your blood sugar levels drop back to normal within days, how your tiredness and cravings fade away, how you finally feel healthy again, and how you can enjoy your favorite foods guilt-free. More than 40,000 satisfied customers have already discovered these life-changing benefits. And if for any reason, which has never happened by the way, you're not satisfied, simply send me an email. I'll refund your money, no questions asked. Let's be honest, you have 2 choices right now, just as I did not long ago. 1. Do nothing. Close this page and continue as you are. Keep battling relentless cravings, dangerous blood sugar spikes, and the toll of diabetes on your body. Stay on the endless cycle of restrictive diets, fatigue, restless sleep, and that terrifying risk of a diabetic coma, blindness, or amputation. Spend hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars on ineffective therapies and let diabetes steal years from your life. Or, number 2, grab Gluco Armor now, risk-free. Take the first step toward reclaiming your health and freedom. Be amazed at how quickly it works, stabilizing your blood sugar, boosting your energy, and helping you feel alive again. It was my pleasure to share this incredible discovery with you today.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. This is Tom Johnson, and I look forward to hearing your success story with Gluco Armor. Now, we've gathered some questions from the audience, and we've asked Dr. June to answer them for you to ensure everything is crystal clear about this innovative method of reversing diabetes.
What is a leaky liver, and what's the root cause of diabetes? Scientists discovered that when the liver is functioning properly, it produces blood sugar through a process called gluconeogenesis. This process slowly releases sugar bit by bit, providing your body with energy. However, in a study of 360 diabetic patients, we found that this sugar creation process was broken in every single one of them. Their livers were in overdrive, producing far too much blood sugar. And when the liver couldn't store all this excess sugar anymore, it started leaking into the bloodstream. This is why diabetics often wake up with dangerously high blood sugar levels overnight. We call this condition diabetic leaky liver. The International Diabetes Association has revealed that insulin shots are 12 times less effective against diabetic leaky liver. Additionally, a leaky liver can cause blood sugar to spike so high that it damages your eyes, leading to blindness, kidneys, causing kidney failure, heart, causing heart attacks, brain, leading to memory loss and even Alzheimer's. But here's the good news. We've discovered that certain natural compounds can repair your leaky liver. Using a nutritional matrix, these compounds help remove glucose from your blood and redirect it to your cells. This allows your cells to start producing energy again, eliminating the true root cause of diabetes at the cellular level. This repair process not only restores your liver function, but also rejuvenates your cardiovascular system, brain, and other major organs. It's the only proven method that allows you to reverse type 2 diabetes and avoid its life-threatening complications, all without dangerous medications, injections, or restrictive diets. How is Gluco Armor manufactured? Gluco Armor is proudly manufactured in the United States in a state-of-the-art facility that adheres to the highest standards of good manufacturing practices, GMP. Our formula is meticulously crafted in an FDA-registered facility under rigorous quality and safety standards. Additionally, Gluco Armor has been tested by an independent third-party laboratory to ensure that the ingredients match exactly what's listed on the label. There are no toxic or harmful ingredients present. We strongly disagree with the use of fillers, preservatives, or artificial ingredients. This unwavering commitment to purity and quality is what makes Gluco Armor such an exceptionally effective breakthrough in reversing type 2 diabetes and restoring healthy blood sugar levels. How long will Gluco Armor be available to the public? My primary goal is to make this groundbreaking solution reach as many people as possible. Because of the incredible transformation it brings, I've made it my mission to keep Gluco Armor accessible at an affordable cost, amounting to just pennies a day. However, I must be honest, there are powerful opponents who strongly oppose my efforts. These organizations would go to great lengths to silence me, and have even tried to remove this website from the internet. Combine that with the fact that it takes up to 6 months to produce a batch of Gluco Armor due to the time and care required to maintain its quality, and I simply can't promise how long this website will remain online. So if you're ready to experience the remarkable benefits of Gluco Armor, I urge you to take decisive action right now. Place your order today to secure your supply while it's still available. How does the guarantee work? When you click one of the options at the bottom of this page to order Gluco Armor today, you're automatically protected by our comprehensive 120-day, 100% money-back guarantee. This means you can try Gluco Armor completely risk-free for 120 days. If, for any reason, you're not satisfied, or simply change your mind, just contact our customer service team via phone or email. We will process your full refund within 48 hours, no questions asked. You'll be assisted by a real person who genuinely cares about your satisfaction and is eager to help. With this ironclad guarantee, you can confidently try Gluco Armor without any risk at all. I'm ready to order Gluco Armor. What do I do next? Ordering Gluco Armor is quick and simple. 1. Click the order button below. 2. Select the package that's best for you. 3. Enter your details and place your order. Once your order is placed, we'll immediately begin preparing your bottles for shipping. you'll receive Gluco Armor directly at your doorstep in just a few short days. Why choose the 6-bottle package? Our 6-bottle package is the most popular option for a reason. With 6 bottles, you're giving your body everything it needs to completely regenerate your system at the cellular level, reverse the root cause of type 2 diabetes, repair tissue damage caused by high blood sugar, restore healthy glucose levels and eliminate future complications, and quickly get rid of the extra pounds around your belly, buttocks, and thighs. And remember, every purchase is protected by our 120-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So there's no risk at all. The moment your order is placed, we'll expedite shipping to ensure it gets to you as quickly as possible. When you receive Gluco Armor, start taking 1 capsule daily and make it part of your morning ritual. Within days, you'll be astounded by the transformative power of Gluco Armor. Your blood sugar will stabilize, your energy will return, and your body will begin to heal itself. So go ahead and take the first step toward reversing your diabetes today. Click the button below to place your order now.